Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so honored to be here and sharing the story happened in Chinese university, Fudan included. The topic I'm choosing is talent recruitment and cultivation analysis based on the diamond model. There is a famous movie named If You Are One, in Chinese, 非诚勿扰. In this movie, there's a question. Well, what's the important demand in the 21st century? The answer is talents. And next, where are they? In Japan or in China? The answer is in the market. So, since 2008, university in China initiate massive global talents recruitment, calling and attracting scholars in global top universities or scientific research institutes back home or work in China. And all the universities in China are thinking about three questions: how to hire the best academic talents, and how to build up the competitiveness in talent market. And the third one is how to keep the balance between the recruitment and cultivation. So there are several programs initiated at national level and municipal level. In national level, you will see academicians. Of course, academicians is kind of honor instead of programs. But usually we categorize the talents into several types. So we say that academician is the highest one. And the second one is 1,000 Talents Program. It is handled by working group on higher level overseas talents introduction. And it's aiming at overseas talents. And the third one is Changjiang Scholar Program. And the next is Distinguished Young Scientist Program initiated by National Natural Science Foundation of China. And the last is the 10,000 Talents Program. It's aiming at the home talents, the home scholars and the professors. And we also have a lot of municipal, we say the regional programs for high-level talents. For example, in Shanghai, we have Shanghai 1,000 Talents Program. And in Wuhan, I'm thinking they have Chujiang Scholar Program. So there are so many programs. And what's the function for their programs? Let's see the National 1,000 Talents Program. And for example, you will see this is innovation. This is the innovation type. The innovation type is divided into long-term and short-term. And for this innovation program, the basic requirement is for professorship or equivalent in prestigious foreign university or research and development institutes. And the applicants must be no less than 50 years old. And they are asked to work in Chinese university for full-time position or short-time or part-time position. And we are aiming at several academic areas: mathematics, physics, biological science, information science, chemistry, environmental science, engineering and material science, and humanities and social science. And the most challenging one we are thinking is 1,000 Young Talents Programs. For these programs, all the applicants who got their PhD degree in overseas university could apply for it. And why do we study this kind of programs? We are thinking there is competitiveness in university. And we are trying to use the diamond model. This model is not created by myself. It is introduced by Michael Porter from Harvard University. You see, this is a six-phase diamond. There are several variables, including Indonesia's variables. We see the factor conditions, the demand conditions, and the related and supported industries and firms' strategies. And for the exogenous variable, you will see the chances and the government policies. So altogether, these 6 variables influence the competitiveness for the industry or the national competitiveness. But this model can be used for the global talent recruitment studies, at least to my personal understanding. But you see, this basic model was extended to several dimensions. The first one is the source. The second one is the scopes. From the source, we see not only the physical factors, but also the human factors affect the competitiveness. And when we study the scope of the national competitiveness, you will see not only the domestic context, but also the international context. So we expanded the basic diamond model to the last one. You will see this is the dual diamond. This is the double diamond, and this one is the dual double diamond model. And of course, the most important is the dual double diamond model. And when we use this kind of diamond model, we can categorize the universities as well as the nations. And where is Fudan? I'm thinking that Fudan is intermediary medium universities. Why do I get this kind of conclusion? Because when you compare the figures of faculty number and their creativities, you will see that Fudan is intermediate medium university. And what's the key factors of universities, especially in faculty recruitment? I'd like to say that it reminds you of several index, especially the ranking index. And when you study the ranking index, you will see that peer assessment, student selectivities, and the recruitment review or staff to students ratios are very essential to the rankings. All these rankings, not only the globalized one, but also the domestic one in China, for example, Wuhan University and Shanghai Kyoto University academic ranking of the world university. You will see it is just created a formula which is largely academic and research oriented. But if you use the very simple diamond model, you will see that we have considered about the endogenous variables and the exogenous variables. First one, for the physical factors, you have to consider the location, the space, the facilities, the research equipment, and the library holdings, all the faculty apartments, all the students, the dormitories. And when you're thinking about the human factors, you will think about the quantity or quality of the faculty members or the staff members, and how about their administrative capability and efficiency. So it's very interesting. When we put it into the international context, you will see or you will get that we have compete with other global universities instead of domestic one. And next, when we think about domestic context and international context, when you put it into the physical factors and human factors, you will see that you have to consider the government policies and the market demands and the supply of your university. So it's a very interesting issue when you use the diamond model, especially the dual double diamond model. And after you finish this kind of research background, you will see what's the strategy and how to enhance your recruitment in the market. And let me study the Fudan University, since I have ever been to Fudan for 30 years. And Fudan has 4 campuses. Of course, you know that it is a prestigious university which was established in 1905. These are 4 campuses of Fudan University. This is main campus, and this is Fenglin campus focusing on medical science, and this is Zhangjiang campus focusing on technology science, and this is the new one, Jiangwan campus. Some scholars told me it's too luxury to believe it's a campus because it's full of European-style buildings. Why do you choose this kind of buildings? And next, you will find we are awarded as overseas high-level talents innovation badge since 2009. And the faculty consistency is very interesting. You will see it's a kind of 3-leg bench. We have professors, 1/3 of professors, 1/3 of associate professors, and 1/3 of lecturers. We don't have assistant professors. Actual lecturers are assistant professors. And the procedures for faculty appointment is very strict. Usually it takes 2 or 3 months for the applicants to submit their application form, then get their final positions in Fudan University, or even longer. Of course, we have easy access, but for the easy access tunnel, you will see there are prestigious professors in the world. And when we consider the challenge and the crisis to Fudan, especially in the area of physical factors and human factors, you will find we are short of space. We are short of the facilities, and there is even imbalanced library holdings among the 4 campuses. And when we study the human factors, you will find it's very interesting that there is no tenure system, no merit system. No tenure system is very critical. For the faculties from the United States, they are in the tenure system. And what about you? And when we study the figures among the globalized university, you will see Yale University, Tsinghua University, and Fudan. You may agree with me that we are intermediate university. And when you study the talents number, and you will agree with me too that we are still very low. For the academician number in Fudan University is 35, and the Changjiang scholars in Fudan is 97. Comparatively, you will see that Tsinghua University has 1,072. And in Yale University, they have 155 academicians, Nobel laureates, and winners of other prestigious honors. So, what shall we do next? I think external and internal strategies. For the external strategies, that is recruitment. Recruitment for the high-level talents. And we put the job position on the market. We use the advertisement on the Natural Science Journal and the China Daily, of course, and the Chronicle of Higher Education, the website, and the Jobs AC in Britain. And at the same time, we reform the existing system. How to reform the existing system? We divided the position into 2 categories. The first one is university appointed level. The second one is school department appointed level. And for the university appointed level, you will see special position, key position, and all these positions, I call it tenured position. And for the school department appointed appointed level, you will see the key position, the important position, and the supplementary position. We have the title for the key position on the school or department appointed level. You will see young research scientist. In United States, you will see that young research scientist is a kind of postdoc. But here we say you are in the tenure tracks. So we will contribute to the whole system that tenure track is in the way. Of course, this is not ending story. Let's see the end. The end is we work with two legs. The first leg is external. The second leg is internal. For the internal, you will see several programs: brilliance programs, excellence programs, and eminence programs. We try to find or try to create by ourselves brilliant scholars, excellent scholars, and eminent scholars. Thank you. Thank you for your attending. And the conclusion is very simple. We are thinking, we are sharing the same story with you, and we want to get more experience from all of you. Thank you.